How's it going, everyone? This is Epic Meat, and welcome back to some more Paw Patrol new episode reveals, I guess. I normally don't make vids discussing new episode reveals because I typically do them via community posts and really aren't that interested in my case to cover in a full vid. But what I'm about to discuss is worthy of an in-depth style video, and that's what we'll be doing today, discussing these new episodes ranging from AquaPups finally getting a release date and much, much more. So with that said, let's get right into it. So the first bit of info I'm going to show comes from Marshall Pup Fan. He found this first and all credit goes to him. And that is there is going to be a new Paw Patrol episode on November 12th airing on Knowledge Kids in Canada. As of now, we don't know what this episode is yet. There is no title or synopsis to lean towards. However, it may be one of these episodes that I'm about to mention right now. And all these eps were found by Klockenstein from the Paw Patrol wiki. Again, all credit goes to him for finding these. These will air on TVO Kids in Canada, all these, but it could air on Knowledge Kids earlier as it's been done before in the past with other episodes. So I'm going to go in order by release date for these eps, and the first one we got is the debut for AquaPups, which will air on December 3rd, called AquaPups, Pups Save a Floating Castle. It is a 22-minute episode, and here's a synopsis for that episode. When an unhappy merpup, which we know as Moby, tries to float Puplantis to the surface, it's up to the Paw Patrol and their newest member, Coral, Sky's long-lost merpup cousin, to save the city and stop him. The one thing that I heard dislike about this synopsis is the fact they literally revealed that Coral and Sky are cousins. I mean, we already know that they're going to be cousins, but think of others who haven't seen this yet, like the younger audience or people in the fandom. I mean, still we don't know if Sky and Coral are going to know their family relation from the start of the episode, or something that will be revealed later. Either way, adding this one detail in the synopsis wouldn't make the twist as effective and shocking as it would be without it, and I'm sure most would want the latter option. Moving right along to December 10th, we have Pups Save a T-Rex Tyke, a very odd episode title, in my opinion. The synopsis for this one is that when a baby T-Rex gets lost, Ryder and the pups go on a daring mission to Dino Wilds to help find him. Even though the synopsis doesn't state this, but it seems like Rex will be returning for the first time since Season 7, which was during the Dino Rescue sub-series. From what I've seen, out of all the team members introduced in this sub-series, he has been requested the most to make another appearance in, so very nice to see that he's back. And to top this off, we have a full house, so that means every single team member, Pups and Cats, have appeared in Season 9. Moving on to the second segment episode, this is called Pups Save a Playful Elephant Calf. The synopsis for this is, when Everest joins the Paw Patrol for a visit to the jungle, she makes friends with a clumsy elephant calf and then must help rescue him. Nice to see Everest take part in this after not really doing much thus far throughout Season 9, only appearing in one episode, that being Big Truck Pups Stop a Sliding Chalet. Chalet? I don't know. Because this is in the jungle, as the synopsis states, I wouldn't be surprised if we see Everest get her own jungle gear, in addition to the ones the pups and Tracker get. Now, a while back, there was a plushie of Everest in her jungle attire released, I can't remember when, but this at least gives us an idea as to what she might look like in this episode. And also, if Tracker does appear in this ep, this would be the first time since Pups Save a Humdinger in Season 7 that the two have been in the same episode, as well as all 8 pups. But by far, the last one is the most intriguing, the one that everyone is talking about, and I think might be the main reason as to why we saw all the team members make an appearance this season. And that episode is simply called All Paws on Deck. I couldn't have asked for a better title to an episode than this. It will air on December 17th, and here is the synopsis. Ryder calls on every member of the Paw Patrol to stop a high-tech kid inventor from demolishing Adventure Bay so she can build her own dream city in its place. And that first part of the synopsis is what's got people talking. Ryder's going to call every single team member. Now, it doesn't specify if it's literally going to be every single team member, including Everest and Tracker, with the sub-series team members like Tuck, Ella, Rex, etc. It could be just all 6 pups and Everest and Tracker. This remains to be seen, but it most likely will mean that every single team member, including sub-series team members. On top of this, there is a new villain, who is a female, that will attempt to destroy Venture Bay and build her own city in its place. I mean, you could always demolish Foggy Bottom. I'm sure Humdinger wouldn't mind at all. This villain is not really the most interesting in my opinion, because we've already got a tech genius in the series, with that being Harold. But what I find most intriguing about this is that this is the first villain that we've gotten that's been introduced in the mainline TV series, being the normal rescue episodes, and hasn't been introduced in a sub-series TV movie or theatrical movie, the first since Humdinger and his kittens. Why would they introduce a new villain in this ep? It's a bit odd, but I hope there is a good reason for it. And that's just one of the many questions I have regarding this ep. Second of all, how are they going to make this work? Because with a new villain, you got to get her up to speed, which takes a good amount of time in the ep to do so. And also, if that's true, then every single team member is going to appear, then screen time is going to be a problem. Because as we saw with the Cat Pack sub-series, having 10 members or more is not the best option, with the cats getting most of the screen time and the pups taking more of a back seat, except Chase and Sky, of course. Point is, how are you going to get each character to have an even amount of screen time, because there's going to be almost 20 combined pups and cats in one episode. And the fact that it's a 22-minute episode, it just isn't long enough. And how many characters we could be getting in this gives me the idea that this episode would be rushed, and not in a good way. If this was a 44-minute TV movie, then that would work better than 22 minutes. It's not the answer. Finally, I don't like this all Paws on Deck premiering in Season 9, mostly because of the fact that it seems like something that would air in Season 10, or in 2023 for PAW Patrol's 10th anniversary. I just feel like it would make more sense for it to air then, rather than now as a special moment for the show. I'm not saying that I don't like this episode or it end up being bad, which technically I can't say because it's not out and we haven't seen it yet, but I'm fearing this could end up being a major disappointment due to the amount of talk it's getting, and the fact that it's a crucial moment for the show. We've never seen all the pups and cats appear in the same episode before. While it is nice to see that occur, it could have some implications that may affect the pacing of the episode altogether. And don't get me wrong, I've been wanting this for years, and I'm sure most of you have as well, but just don't overlook it or generate too much hype, because we might get disappointed in the end. It's a high-risk, high-reward deal. So that's all I got for now. Tell me down in the comments below your thoughts on the eps we've seen, from AquaPups to most likely every single team member from across the series appearing in one episode with all Paws on deck. With that, I will see you all again next time.